You have done a fantastic job organising social events for the club and the whole. How do you ensure you build a strong rapport with your players individually as well?
Yeah, I'm a huge believer in like every one of my players as individuals. So I like to try and get to know them a bit off the court as well and know what makes them tick. And yeah, I'm really lucky to have a good group of players that I get the privilege to coach.
What is your favourite part about coaching young people?
My favourite part about coaching young people is, I guess there's two parts, and they're both just to do with seeing the progress that the young people make. So sometimes you get kids that you keep teaching them something and you see the moment where it clicks, and all of a sudden they're this amazing player because all of the stuff that they have taken in suddenly makes sense to their body. But the other part, and is sometimes more rewarding, you have other players who don't necessarily have an aha moment, but they just show up every time and try to do the right thing and get a tiny bit better every time. And then after, a year or two, you see, oh my gosh, that's the result of those tiny little improvements that you've made all along.
What motivated me to go into coaching? It was my mom. She's a volleyball coach too, and growing up I saw her, how she passionate about the volleyball, about the coaching, how she likes to help people, and till these days. So I'm just really happy that I chose this profession, and I like helping people to improve their skills, especially seeing kids growing up and help them with their passion as well.
And what advice would you give to a young woman who wants to get into coaching but has some apprehensives?
That's always a tricky thing, isn't it? Because especially in coaching, it still is. There's more men involved in it, so there can be a little bit of a barrier there. But part of it is just reminding yourself that actually you do have a seat at that table, and rely on the fact and trust yourself that you have the knowledge to do that. I'd also say seek out a welcoming club environment. We're really lucky at Cannons that we do have that, and try to seek out a mentor and look for opportunities to improve at any point, and rely on those people around you, that mentor and the supportive club environment that you've got.
What advice would you give to someone wanting to get into coaching?
I'd do it. The sport heavily relies on coaches, and I know like my coach when I was playing was hugely instrumental in my life. So I think sometimes coaches don't often get the recognition, so it's great to sort of for Volleyball England to recognise coaches like they are. So yeah, no, just do it.
I think the most important part is your mentality. If you keep the open mindset, you're open to the new ideas, you're open to the feedback, and you remember there's always something to learn, then it will help you a lot, and personal helps me a lot.
What motivated you to become a young coach yourself?
Well, I started off in the HEVO program, and that's another thing it's a really good program that Volleyball England have put on, because I think even in this small cohort of people who were shortlisted, there were 4 people who were formerly HEVOs. It's such a good way to reach out into the younger community and get people involved in volleyball in a way that doesn't just mean playing. Coaching is kind of either the next step or something that's not seen as a step by a lot of young people. So just having that as an example and getting young people into coaching that way, I think the HEVO program is a fantastic program.
Also get the inspiration from the great coaches, the coaches you respect and coaches you admire. It helps me to build my own style and just always keep my passion to the volleyball and to the coaching.